Star Citizen is a dream that many people are waiting to come true. A gigantic vision that we want to become reality. But that is an idea that might be blinded by something called attachment. And that is what this video is going to be all about. Greetings fellow gamers, this is ToneLoke here, and today we're going to talk about Star Citizen. We're going to talk about this Reddit post, then we're going to talk about the history of this game, and then finally, we're going to talk about the real issue surrounding Star Citizen right now. A very elusive thing that many people really don't know about. Star Citizen now offers the Legatus Pack for $27,000 US. Yes, you heard me right. $27,000. And just to view it, you need to have spent $1,000 in the game. So before we talk about that though, let's talk generally about Star Citizen. This game is a ghost in the gaming world. It is a phantom. It is a dream. Maybe some view it as a fool's dream, others are very loyal to its cause, but you can't deny the fact that Star Citizen has probably some of the best potential to be one of the most amazing games on the planet given its design theory. Star Citizen was initially planned for a 2014 release, and it is basically a multiplayer trading economy-driven space massively multiplayer online game. It's basically a sci-fi simulation with combat, trading, and role-playing elements from Chris Roberts, the lead designer of Wing Commander. Many things were planned, from a single-player story mode with branching options, kind of akin to the Wing Commander games, to the multiplayer modes, the drop-in dogfighting and the MMO-style persistent universe with thousands of players, a dynamic economy, ongoing factional warfare, kind of like EVE Online. Everyone will be in the same server, but there'll be different factions and you can kind of fight over territories. And then of course you had the ground-based combat, akin to a first-person shooter. All of this was going to be wrapped up by, player trading and player alliances, and questing, and star systems, and navigation, and alien languages, and procedural generation. So this compelling vision is something that really attracted so many people to its cause, and to be honest, it seems like kind of a dream come true game for the space nerd such as myself. Obviously this vision is something that would take a long time, so what they did was develop different kinds of module designs with their own sets of features and gameplay that they would release as content packs through the years. So to get that idea up and running, they obviously started a Kickstarter, because Kickstarter was really popular in 2010, 2011, 2012, which is when they funded the initial campaign, and they raised about $6.2 million on the first campaign. But that was just the first campaign. That number has risen to an astronomical $186 million and change. This campaign would dolly out a lot of things, from offering immediate access to pre-alpha builds and unfinished versions of the game, subscription packages which offered deeper access, physical merchandise, in-game spaceships, a bunch of stuff that people actually wanted. But it was stuff that wasn't really available in the game just yet. While the game is playable in certain states, most of the ideas of Star Citizen are still just dreams though. Much of the content just does not exist right now. Right now you can play a few slices of the game, but overall, it's not finished yet, and people are wondering, when is this game actually going to get released? When is it going to get finished? Star Citizen it's a bold dream. It's a beautiful dream that is being presented to the community. Maybe it's all a bunch of fluff. Maybe it's going to be the best game ever. I don't know. But what I do know is that Star Citizen loyalists are very opinionated, and they do not like any incrimination whatsoever in terms of you talking about their game in a bad way whatsoever. And you know what? I do not blame you guys out there. If I spent a lot of money in a concept of a game by promises of a development team that I trusted, and that vision did not turn into a reality, and I'm still sitting there years later with $50 or $500 or $1,500 as my investment, and it's not paying off, I would definitely be pissed too. I would definitely be sensitive to people talking about my game. I would definitely be sensitive to the notion that people are not supporting this game and that they see it as a cash grab and that they see it as just a scam. I would definitely be very sensitive to that information, and I think this is why there is so much strife among Reddit and the subreddit for Star Citizen, is because there's just such a tumultuous past between the development team and the promises associated with this game and what the investment of players have already been. And this is where it all gets very interesting, because you have thousands and tens of thousands of people investing heavily in Star Citizen. What does that actually make it hard for people to do as someone who has put money into a game? It makes it harder and harder to pull away. it makes it very hard to step away from that investment. It's very hard in our lives to pay for something that's very expensive and not feel attached to it. Generally speaking, the more you invest in something and the more you pay for something, the higher attach rate you have to it. The harder it is to say goodbye, the harder it is to pull away, especially when time is not on your side. The more time that goes by as you continue to pour into something, as you continue to invest in something, it makes it all that more hard to just say, I'm done with you, goodbye. Star Citizen players that are donating over the course of a long period of time and that they are buying starships and that they are giving money to this company, the harder and harder it is to turn away from that investment. And that actually sparks lots of different implications for the community. This is why it's really hard to have a conversation with a Star Citizen loyalist right now. These players have put in so much money and so much time and so much belief into a game, into an idea. That is where the problem lies right now. It's very difficult for someone out there that's not in a logical mindset to believe that this is not something that may have been intended by the development team. Yeah, you know what? Free-to-play systems in games and microtransactions and Kickstarter goals and stuff like that, it's all designed around this idea of getting people mentally invested in a game so that they cannot turn away. That's the big problem with Star Citizen right now and any other game right now that is shackled to this idea that we are building a platform for a video game that is designed simply to take money and energy and time from players over the course of a long period of time to build that attachment, to build that loyalty, so that it is very hard for that person to just give it up for another game, for another idea, for another vision. We want players to stay on board with us because we can generate high population player bases and a lot more money when people feel attached to a product. And this is exactly what's happening with Star Citizen right now. At some point, these games want you to believe that it has been worth it, that you are so loyal to this idea that even if we don't deliver what we promised, it was worth it. That's the problem with a game that's built off of an idea, a vision, and a promise, and not an actual game that's already built. So the conundrum with Star Citizen is that we have so many different types of players out there with different investment levels. We have people wondering when the game's coming out. We have people boycotting the game because they think it's never going to come out. Then we also have this population of players out there who have poured so much money into this game. They have poured literal boatloads of cash into this game. And this may have disillusioned them to the fact that, well, was it worth the investment? For some people, I'm sure that investment is totally worth it and that is great. But the system deep down to the core is very perplexing and interesting because we have a system right now with Star Citizen, just like a free-to-play game or a mobile game, where they're trying to bank on attachment and the fact that people are loyal to a game simply because they have put money over time and they don't want to break away from that idea. This is really the problem, I think, with Star Citizen right now, and it has created quite the stir in the industry, and it has created quite the controversy and quite the feud of arguments among gamers alike. It's just like all the League of Legends players out there who have spent thousands of dollars on skins. They don't want to go to Dota 2 because they have such an investment. It's just like that classic WoW player that has subscribed to World of Warcraft for 5 years. It's hard to turn away. It's just like that Dungeon Keeper 2 player or that Candy Crush mobile player who has poured money in every day. It's hard to turn away. It's just like being in a relationship with a girl for 5 years, or a guy if you're a girl. It's hard to just be like, goodbye. There's so much love and emotion and attachment and history with these kinds of things. It's all one big game to get us attached to the idea that we should not give up on a product, that we should not give up hope for Star Citizen, or League of Legends, or Dota 2, or any other game on the planet. They want us, game makers want us, to stay playing their game. They want us to continue to invest our time and our money into a game, and they will do anything to get us to this point. And I think Star Citizen has been designed, honestly, if you want me to be candid, it has been designed with this theory in its underbelly. It's not the only game that operates like this. It's not the only game that will operate like this. There are many out there, including pretty much any EA game, League of Legends, any free-to-play game, any mobile game that requires you to continue pouring money into a product. So is this a problem conducive to Star Citizen only? Absolutely not. As the years go by, at some point, people are going to have to ask themselves, and Star Citizen players are going to have to ask themselves, was it worth it? Was I just another element in this system? Have I been manipulated? Or is this game going to be what it should be? Who really knows right now, because I think all of us right now want Star Citizen 2 to be fantastic and we want it to be the game that they envisioned. But really, it's been so long, there's been so many problems that I really don't know what to believe anymore. Is this new $27,000 pledge option for Star Citizen, was it really just designed to get people more attached to the game so that they will continue to buy these packs? Or is it just another harmless entry in the Star Citizen legacy? To be honest, guys, I really don't know what to think of anymore with Star Citizen. There has been just too many problems, I think, with the development team and the community that right now I don't think anyone can think clearly. Is it all a scam or is it justified? I don't know. I think the development team must have good intentions. But deep down, they're playing a very, very cat and mousey style game with this system, with this game of attachment and loyalty. To be honest, I think it's not healthy for the common player base because they really don't know what's going on. They don't know that the game is being designed in such a way that is built from the ground to get people so attached to the game that they will never turn away. I do not like the practice of promises and dreams. I like the practice of reality, which is a day one quality video game. And I most certainly do not like the idea of building a game based off of this manipulation and attachment. Thanks for watching, guys. Leave me your comments regarding Star Citizen below, but right now, I'm going to turn my attention to my Patreons because this video was obviously supported by the wonderful people on my Patreon, and I'm going to call out my legendary tier Patreons right now. So here we go. Chris McGuire, David Koch, Adam Jorgensen, Clayton Smith, your boy Juan, hey, Cypher121, Daniel Sheely, thanks buddy, Sir Melteb, Menashi, Morobus, Andre Bousset, Cyber Jedi, Wesley L. Wood Jr., Maxwell Schaefer. Let's go down the list. Okay, Michael Hernandez, Scott Johnson, Henry Yao, Mark Garas, G. Halkin, Amino Taco. Love that name for some reason. Okay, let's keep going down. Bikram Kashyap, Daniel Peterson, Cody Oscarson, Konstantin Vadisyav, Adal, Piercy Alagarate, Alistar Cooley, Timothy Hotston, Alex Bousset, or that could be Bosley, I'm not too sure, but thank you very much. Raymond Say, let's keep going down. Tyler Grimes, Not So Weird. Well, you know what, dude, I'm pretty weird, so I'm glad you're not so weird. Boy Doy, Brian Best, hey brother, what's going on? Bob Jackson, Werner Beatel, Sabi, James Harris, KO, which could be Knockout, that would be pretty cool. Thinking about my old days playing, what was it, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out on the NES? Oh, that was so fun. Okay, going down the list, Urban Mez, Anton Borkel, Splash, Joe Cousin You, Killer C Moore, K Beer, Sexy Pounds, Warpig Mahalo. What's up, Brad? Thank you very much, dude. Really appreciate that. Wesley Wydem Prince, David Stab, Michael Lass Cook, Salty Burrito. That one's pretty easy. Fontaine Liao, Joe Montgomery, Lydir Marcel, Kyler Harris, and Ken St. Pierre. So thank you very much to those legendary Patrons. Really, really appreciate it. I can't thank you guys enough. In addition to all of you guys who are not legendary tier Patrons, my epic and rare tier Patrons, you guys are the bomb as well, so thank you very much. Yeah, that's it for today's video, guys. You guys have a fantastic day, and we'll see you on our next video. Peace, love, and happiness until then.